Welcome to Engineers Academy. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive the notification for the upcoming videos. Now we are going to solve this problem 292. So in this problem it is said that determine the x and y axis intercepts of the line of action of the resultant of the three loads applied to the gear set, right? So we need to determine both the x and y intercept of the line of action of the resultant of three loads, right? So these are the three loads. So now first I will resolve these three forces into its components, right? So here as we can see that this is the largest gear, so its radius is 300 mm, right? And these forces are applied at these points tangent to the circles, right? Sorry, at some angle to the tangent of the circles, right? Similarly this one and this one, right? So now if I resolve these forces into its components, right? So this will be the cos component of this force. Similarly, this will be the sine component of this force, right? Similarly, this will be the cos component. This will be the sine component. Similarly, this will be the cos component of this force. And this will be the sine component of this force. So as we can see that out of two components of each force, one component is passing through point O, so they will not produce moment, right? So remember, so only those components will produce moment which are at some perpendicular distance from this point O, right? So first what I will do is that I will find the resultant magnitude, right? So first I will find Rx. So Rx will be equal to summation of all forces along x, and as we can see that if this is the positive x direction and this is the positive y direction, so this component is along positive x, so it is 2.4 cos of 20 degrees, right? So I will write it like this, 2.4 cos of 20 degrees. And now as we can see that this component is in the negative x direction, and this is the sine component of this 1.5 kilonewton. So I will write minus 1.5 sine of 20 degrees, right? Similarly, this component, this is along the negative x direction, and it is the cos component of this 3.6 kilonewton. So I will write minus 3.6 cos of 20 degrees, right? So this will give us Rx. To find Ry, we will find the summation of all forces along y, so this will be equal to, so now as we can see that only this component is in the positive y direction, right? And this is the sine component of this 3.6 kilonewton. So I will write 3.6 sine of 20 degrees, right? This one is in the negative y direction, this component, right? So I will write minus 2.4 sine of 20 degrees, right? And similarly this component, this is the cos component, right? So this component, so it will be also in the negative direction, so minus, and it will be 1.5 sine of, sorry, cos of, this is the cos component, right? So cos of 20 degrees. So this will give us Ry. So when we solve this, so Rx is equal to minus 1.64 kilonewton and Ry is equal to this 0.099 kilonewton, right? So now the next step is that we will find the moment about O. So the total moment about O will be equal to the moment produced by this component, right? So this component is producing clockwise moment. So first let's assume that the clockwise moment is positive, right? So this component, this is the cos component, so 2.4 cos of 20 degrees. This is producing clockwise moment, so it will be positive. And the perpendicular distance of this cos component from O is the radius of this metal gear, right? So the radius of this metal gear is 120 mm, right? So we can write 120 mm, right? Similarly, this component, the component of this force is this horizontal component is passing through this point O, so only this component is producing moment, and this is producing clockwise moment, so I will write plus, and it is the cos component of 1.5, so I will write 1.5 cos of 20 degrees, and the perpendicular distance of this 1.5 cos of 20 degrees, this component is the radius of this small gear, right? So the radius of this small gear is 120, so the radius of this is 120 and this is 200, sorry, so this is 200, right? The middle gear radius is 200, right? So, and now as we can see that this component is passing through point O, the line of action of this force is passing through point O, so it will not produce any moment, only this component will produce moment, so we will write, and as we can see that this is also producing clockwise moment, right? So we will add up this as well, and this is the cos component of 3.6, so it will be 3.6 cos of 20 degrees, and the perpendicular distance of this cos component is 300 mm, the radius of the larger gear, right? So the largest gear, so it is 300 mm. So when we solve this, so this will give us moment in kilonewton mm, right? So this comes out to be 1635 kilonewton mm, right? So now what we will do is that we will replace these three forces by a force couple system at point O, right? So let me replace these forces by a force couple system. So I will remove these, let me remove all these, and as we can see that this force, the resultant direction will be like this. So if I first draw it here, so it will be like this, this will be R, X component is also in the negative X direction and Y component is also in the negative Y direction, right? So this will be the R direction, this will be that some theta, right? Now let's suppose if I draw that R, let's suppose if this is that R, and it should produce this moment, and this is positive, so this moment is clockwise, right? So it should produce clockwise moment. So in order to produce clockwise moment, so this force need to be here somewhere. So this force, if this is that resultant force, so it will produce a clockwise moment here, right? So if I place this force here, I move this force here, so when it is here above the point O, so then it will produce counterclockwise moment, so the accurate position is below point O, right? So this is that point O. And now if I extend the line of action of this force, so this will pass through, let's suppose if I move it here, right? Or if I make this force like this shorter, right? This is that force. And if I extend the line of action of this force, let's suppose if this is the line of action of this force, right? So this force is passing x-axis as well and passing y-axis as well. So we need to find these distances as well. So let's assume that this distance is x and this distance is y, right? So we need to find these two distances as well. These are the x and y intercepts. So now first what I will do is that I will move this force to this point. I will move this force along the line of action of this force. So what I will do, I will move it until this point, and I will resolve this into its components, right? So I will resolve it into its components. So this will be its Rx component and this will be its Ry component, right? So if I draw it here, so now only this Rx component, this Ry component will be producing moment, right? And this moment is clockwise, right? So I will write, and the perpendicular distance of this Ry from point O is x. So I will write Ry into x, and this should be equal to this moment. So it is how much? It is 1635, right? So x will be equal to 1635 divided by Ry. So this is Ry, right? So I will divide this by 0.99. So we will only use the magnitude of this and the magnitude of this, right? So x is how much? So x comes out to be 1651 mm, and if we divide this by 1000, so we will get x in meters, so it will be 1.651 meters, right? And similarly, if we want to find this y-intercept, so what we will do, that we will move this force to this point, right? So let me move this force. So I will move this force along the line of action at this y-intercept, and we will resolve this force into its components, right? So now here only the horizontal component will be producing the moment about O, right? So if I draw it here, let's suppose, so that is the horizontal component, and the vertical component will be the line of action of the vertical component will be passing through point O, right? So that will not produce any moment. So then this Rx will be producing moment. So we will write Rx, and the distance from O, the perpendicular distance from O is y, so it will be equal to moment about O magnitudes, right? So I will write y, and moment about O is 1635 divided by Rx. So Rx is this much. So we will use the magnitude. So it is 1.64 kilonewton, right? So y will be equal to 997 mm, right? And if we divide this by 1000, so we will get y is equal to 0.997 meters, right? And as we can see from here, from our interpretation, the line of action of force is like this, right? So it is passing at this point and this point. So we can say that x is equal to positive 1.651 and y is equal to minus 0.997, right? So this is the accurate interpretation of the x and y intercept of the resultant. So this is the solution of this problem.